Hello, everybody. This is Sherry. Welcome to my channel. I'm just now getting ready to go to bed, and it is 5:37 a.m. where I'm at. I really quickly wanted to speak on something that I'm sure that most of you out there will agree with me on. I've been putting out a lot of videos here lately about, I guess you could say, about filming. I've recently had some instances where I had somebody get mad at me for filming their vehicle, gave me a dirty look, and, they, they had hit a dog, but the dog did not get hurt. The lady was very rude. I think the only reason why she come back is because she saw me with a camera. They had an out-of-state plate on their vehicle. I didn't actually get a picture of that vehicle, so there's nothing in my pictures of that vehicle. So even if they try to sue me or something like that, I didn't erase the picture. I never got one. I just kind of simply basically held my phone up. I didn't really even take a picture. But the lady was really rude to me and nasty. But I recently found out from an attorney that his guess was that people get mad because they don't want any, if they're held liable, they don't want to be held liable, and they don't want any documentation of the incident or what happened. So, and I'm sure most of you out there that have been doing this for longer than I have, of course, probably already know that. I know that James Freeman, which I think lives or stays somewhere here in Arizona, I'm not sure, but I've watched some most recent videos with him in it, and he talks about like Tucson, so I don't know, but I watched James Freeman, I watched Johnny 5-0 out of California. I also watched Furry Potato out of Los Angeles. And a couple other ones. Oh, yes. Arizona Auditor as well. I would like the chance to go out with go out for a couple hours with one of the local auditors. I just don't have any contact information to meet up with them and find out if they'd really meet up with me or not. I don't know. Only because I'm not trying to get arrested for doing my audits. I don't want to end up in jail. I know some of these, some of the auditors out there at local and abroad do get arrested, sometimes falsely, and then they have to, and they do and their audits how they feel they need to. Me, I believe that you should be able to film without it being illegal. Otherwise, like the attorney I talked to the other day said that, they would have to take cameras out of, stores, retail stores, lobbies of different buildings, ban cameras altogether. That way nobody could film anything. That way nobody could get in trouble and arrested for filming. But as long as there's cameras that you can purchase, aside from cell phones, then you should be able to take a picture of whatever you want to, whether it's a picture of mountains or a beautiful scenery or the sky even, you know. But I had somebody recently tell me that, well, the company was kind of covering their butt, so to speak, by telling me that it is company policy that you cannot. Well, they actually wrote me an email saying, along with their normal everyday policy at the job I was at, till most recently, that it is illegal to film while on the property. But that was misleading information, because what they were trying to do is tell me that I can't film. I had a person that I really haven't met per se or really talked to that kind of, they didn't physically harm me, but they kind of gave like a really dark death stare. That's what I'm going to call it. And just like they were really rude, like when I went in there to try to start on a Tuesday, and then I was told to come back Thursday and start because of something the manager I was being trained by had to do. I'm not going to name the business because I'm not trying to get sued, and they could try to sue me for even saying what I'm saying. I don't know. Although, me filming anywhere in like a grocery store, a convenience store, it's public. I'm in the public realm, and the attorney I talked to had stated that there is no privacy in public. People get mad when you film them, and sometimes when you film somebody or something, it's not always for a bad reason. You can also record the good as well, not just the bad. But if people just show the bad side of that when you're filming, that's on that person. But I had an accident here a while back. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, other than the fact that I didn't have a camera. Well, I mean, I had a camera, but I wasn't using it for filming like I do now. I was just using the camera to take pictures like in Sedona or whatever. When I can travel up there, which is not that often actually, but every now and then I get a chance to go for a couple days, 2 or 3 days, to do some sightseeing and whatnot. But I don't get to go a lot because I'm not working. I don't have any money right now, and so until I can get back to work, I can't do any of that. But anyway, the company I was telling you about was trying to tell me that it was illegal to film, and that was, I believe, misleading information, because it's not illegal to film. It can be company policy that the company makes that you can't record, or I guess they feel that you can't record on their property whether you work there or not. Again, we're dealing with the aspect of being in public. Now, if it was a private company and there was some legality where they could make that legal to make it illegal to film, that I don't know if that would be any different. I don't even know if you could do that. I'm not up to par, but I can also say as a woman now, I start filming almost everywhere I go. Not to use for malice. I'm not trying to get arrested. I'm not trying to be sued. But sometimes when I film, I do get, I wouldn't say really confrontational. People ask me what I'm doing. I don't really say too much to them. Sometimes I don't say anything at all. I just, when I'm in doing business in like a grocery store or a convenience store, I go in and do what I need to do with my camera on. I may or may not say anything the whole time I'm in there while I'm filming. But I only do that because if something were to happen, I feel as a woman and an American that it is a person's right and constitutional right to film. People get too afraid of cameras, and I do not understand that. It's almost like if there's a camera, somebody wants to see you, or they say you need their permission to film, which you do not. The Supreme Court, from what I've been told, has deemed it not illegal to film or take a picture of something or someone, as long as you're not using that for advertising purposes, and I believe the other thing was to commit a crime. So in my videos, when I film something, I'm not trying to do either one. I'm not using it for advertisement. I'm not using it to commit a crime. My videos are basically about education. That's kind of what I go with on my videos. And yes, I haven't been doing it for 3 years. I'm kind of new to it, but I am looking for someone that would meet with me and try to connect to show me how to do it the correct way. I know there's going to be times where maybe a person might have to get a little bit more aggressive than usual. Again, I'm not trying to get arrested. I'm not trying to go to jail over it, but I do believe, and I'm a firm believer now, that when I had my accident, my car accident, prior to that, I didn't have a camera for taking videos or the purpose like I do now. And I believe that if you're able to film, you should be allowed to do that. However, I know there's people out there that want to do frivolous lawsuits. I mean, what I've been told is that anybody can sue anybody for anything if they have the money. If they have the money, this means that they will let you sue for whatever you want as long as you can pay for it. And some of them might be frivolous lawsuits because they're not going to go anywhere most of the time. So, long story short, the job that I did have, which I no longer could work at that business no more, due to a difference in opinion on filming now, I was told by the company that I could not film without their consent. That's actually not true. The company said it was company policy, but it's not law. The only thing they can really do to me if I filmed anyway, it stated in that anyone caught filming or video or photography while on the property of the business, they could be terminated. Okay. So when they said that, they basically took my rights away to protect myself from this individual if they were to try to do something. If we happen or our paths crossed, which unfortunately there was an hour and a half gap there. So let's say this person went in at 9 and worked to like 1, 12, let's say 12 o'clock. And then I go in at 1 o'clock. So we wouldn't see each other. But then I kind of jumped the gun because I sent a resignation letter to the HR, which is located in Iowa. They're not even in Phoenix. They don't even live here. But I wrote a letter, and then I wrote a couple more emails, and I got an email back. I haven't even looked at it. I don't even know what it says. But the manager at the store, we had talked, and she's going to try to see if she can get me back on there, which I don't mind going back. The thing is, there's 2 stores, and I want to go to the other location, because the location I was at was an 18-minute drive from my house to out there. Now, the other store is a 15-minute drive from my house to there, which is really weird because it's showing that the second store is a little bit further. It's about 19-minute drive over there because it's on the avenue side. I don't know if I can get the job back. I'm hoping I can, but what my situation would be is that I wouldn't be able to carry my phones with me in the store, which is fine. I could leave them in my car, lock my car, do whatever I need to do. If I was to work for them, I wouldn't be allowed to have any kind of camera or photograph recording on my person. So they're basically taking my rights away to defend myself if something happens. So the job was not hard. It was 4 hours a day. You have to constantly keep it under 30 or 40 hours. So it's not like I was going to get rich on doing what they had me doing, because it's only 4 hours a day. It's basically part-time work. However, they can give you a little bit extra hours, not a lot, but they can give you some, aside from the 4 hours. So you might work, let's say, if you wanted to work 5 hours, you could, They might go 6, I don't know if that would, as long as it's not over, a full 8 hours, I think it would be okay if that was something that could be done. But I don't know. So, and it wasn't really a hard job. It was just cleaning things, wiping things down, and whatnot. But again, I think that a person should be able to film. And if people would not get upset and want to sue people and say that you can't film me because you need my permission, that's not actually true. There's nothing about filming that it's illegal. So anyway, I just wanted to touch base on that. So I'm going to go for now, and I will post something else later, whenever. I don't know when that'll be. But I am a firm believer in the cause for being able to film. I don't think it should be illegal or whatever you want to call it. The way I look at it, if somebody doesn't want to be filmed, stay home, don't ever go out. That's the only way to solve, because if somebody films you and you're going to get mad about that, then there's two things that are happening. One, you don't have anything better to do, or you've been part of the problem which created the incident, and you're upset because somebody with the camera took a video or picture of whatever it is they took a picture of, and that should be. I've had people take pictures of me, but I can't go up to them and say, "Oh, you need my permission to film or a picture." Legally, there's nothing that they can be done about that, because again, there is no illegal activity about filming wherever you're at. So anyway, I'm going to go for now. It's 5:37 a.m. almost 6. I'm going to try to go to sleep for a while, and when I wake up, I will try to read the comments. And please don't be hateful or rude with your comments or reactions to what I reacted to, or however you want to do it. Anyway, that's it for now. And if any of you that, listen to this, if you have any comments that you can leave, or guidelines, or any extra information about filming and whatnot versus not being able to film, depending on what we're talking about, what one is talking about in terms of that, please leave that information in the comment section below as well. Alright, hope to see everybody soon. Talk to you later. Bye.